Hi, just a quick video to show you, no, to talk about a topic that has been on my mind recently. So, just as a guitarist, I think one of the best things that you can have is an analytical brain. So, picking apart all the snippets and things of what you're playing and figuring out why it works and how it works. And then finding on the fretboard in correlation to what um, I know, where can I play this, and where can I repurpose and recycle chords and phrases and things. And recently I found a song from one of my favorite artists called Sam Kim. I found like an English version of a song, and to be honest, I would just look like I'm fanboying um, over this song. It's called Sunny Days and Summer Nights, and I found an English version after I already tried to record the video, so I can try and play that for you, and then I'll try and break down small things that he does in the song that I found interesting, that I've tried to incorporate into my repertoire of playing. Yeah. Okay, I'll try and play it. Bear in mind, I only really learned it within 2 days, so it might still be uh, a bit iffy. But yeah. Feel the sunlight on my face. The city still reminds me of your face. And the breeze and summer shade surrounding me in memories of that day when we first met and said our hellos. Felt too fast, told me boy just take it slow. You the then my life took a turn when you came by, and I fell in love with you. Sunny days, I wanna be right there next to you. Wonder what you've been doing all day. Bear with me. Young and free, we're underneath blue skies. fading away. You are slowly fading away. You know I never did tell a lie, and I'll never say goodbye. My heart is yearning for you, babe. Sunny days, I wanna be right there next to you. Wonder what you've been doing all day. Rainy days, young and free, we're underneath blue skies. Everything's so serene, kiss me golden sweet to our lovely days and summer nights. On this lovely summer night, right there next to you. Right there next to you, next to. All around us, green and blue. I will always treasure the memories of you. But yeah, that's more or less the song. I really love the song a lot. And I think it's amazing that, okay, the song's in Korean, but he made like an English version, and I love it. I love it so much. So key things to take away from the song, or that I've taken away from the song. So it starts off on a G2, then we play this, bear with me, we play B minor 7 to the 5, but instead of playing a 5 like this, which would be a D7, we're playing like a sharp 5. So if you don't know how to play a 5, take this, bar it across, and then you take these two, and you're gonna put them, well, bar this across the 5th fret in this case because we're playing D7. Take these two fingers, so 7th fret 2nd string, 7th fret 4th string, and you just play that's D7, but instead we've got a D sharp 7, and then it goes into the 6, which is E minor 7. And so one thing I can do now is, instead of playing like a 5 like this, I can add even more tension to the 5 by just raising one note. So that's one of the areas that I found. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, the best thing I can recommend is looking at the major scale and learning it, and then also learning like what note what notes correlate with what numbers, so like the number system. In this case, we're in G, so G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, and those notes are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If you want an example just on one string, whole step to A, whole step to B, and then we got a half step to C, whole step to D, whole step to E, whole step to F, half step. So it's always whole step, half step, whole step, half step. That's the major scale. Whenever I say whole step, it's going up 2 frets. Whenever I say half step, going up 1 fret. Yeah. And so when I mention like the 1 or the 5, I just mean the chords in relation to the notes on the scale. Yeah, I definitely recommend learning the major scale, and then it will slightly make sense of it. So yeah, that sharp, even sharper 5. I guess even sharper 5, because you got D7, which adds tension, but you can play like a D sharp 7 chord to add even more tension. Next thing. There's like this thing that I found which was cool. So I think it's played with thirds, so there's kind of like a pattern that you can use with thirds, so either it's this shape or it's this shape. So if you put these 2 fingers, 3rd fret, 1st string, 4th fret, 3rd string, and just play those 2, and then both the fingers, these 2, on the 5th string, no, 5th fret, 1st string and 3rd string, and then slide that up a whole step, and then slide that back down, and then go back to the original thing we had. That's a cool little embellishment you can do with thirds. And there's kind of like a pattern to it. So we go this thing, which is 2 fingers apart, back to the thing I showed. Slide that up 2. You go back to this shape, but half step up, and then slide that up 2. Go back to this shape, but half step up. Keep that shape, slide it up a whole step, and then back to the original shape. Those are thirds. I definitely recommend learning thirds. You can do cool things with them. But yeah, he plays sometimes, which is really cool. Another thing was actually the 4 chord. So in like the alternate verse on the third time he plays it round. So I mean 2 things really. Like this minor 7 chord that he plays with D. The D here is put open. But if I wanted to move that around, like I was trying to figure out, okay, how would I use that? I can put this finger here on the D. So if I put this 5th fret, 5th string, put this Fifth fret, third string, this second string on the sixth fret, and then bar this across the third fret. Get the D minor. If I wanted to move that to C minor, I can slide it down a whole step. If I wanted to move it to an E minor shape, E minor 7, sorry. Another place to play like a minor 7 shape, which is really, really cool. And it helps because there are certain times where it's going to be easier to play a different chord shape compared to something that you already know. So I wouldn't recommend like, okay, just go learn all of them. Learn your favorite ones, pick up ones that you find from other artists and things and songs that you play, and you'll expand like the knowledge in your head and the repertoire and the things that you can play. So yeah, he goes to that D minor, and then this is one of the things. This for like a major 4 chord, a major 7th, which is really cool. You can also add the pinky as well, so you get this to get like a full sounding chord shape. But that is this thumb, 6th string, 8th fret, this finger, 9th fret, 3rd string, this 8th fret, 2nd string, this 7th fret, 1st string. And so you get that. So I can always replace a 4, which would be the major 7. So, but instead of doing that, we're doing, and it has a bit more of like a sparkly high pitched sound, and so I can definitely use that. And then he goes down to C minor 7. And the cool thing is, it's like he's already used a C major in the chord, but instead we're going, and then instead he's using a C minor instead of the C major to round off the end of that, and I found that interesting. So when I'm writing chord progressions, I can always think about actually adding a minor instead of a major. Yeah, I mean, those are like some of the key things. And then there was also that thing that he did with so that's like trying to look in my notes. Yeah, okay. Just for reference, like when I have guitar notes, it just looks like this. It makes sense to me, but it probably won't make sense to anyone else. So it's like a minor 7 note over like a minor 7 sound. So at the start, he uses it here, and then that is a D, E, and then D, E, F. That's a G over like a minor 7 sound. And then I actually thought, okay, where else does he use it? here, so that's whole step and a half step up. I thought, where else could I use it? Does it work up the fretboard in like a pattern? Yeah, so in terms of what I did with that, I thought, okay, where does it correlate to what I already know on the guitar? It's underneath the 5 chord. And then it's also underneath the 4 chord, so in line with the 4 chord, so I can play it there. And then the other place I found, so 5, 6, and then it's also in line with the 1 as well, because the 6 would be here, which is G major 7. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that, but just when you're playing something and when you're learning something, like if you're learning guitar to write songs, whether it's Christian songs, whether it's your own music and trying to experiment, one of the best things you can do is have like an analytical brain as you're playing. Try and study, where else can I play these shapes? What does it correlate to on the guitar that I already know? And how can